Hey there, so Tara Porter here, and in this video I want to give you some tips for how to talk to people and invite them to your challenge groups. I have tried different strategies and I finally found a method that really has worked for me. I do want to give great credit to Scotty Hobbs, who is a fantastic top coach. This was inspired by a script that he had provided. Now I want to say something real fast about scripts. Obviously, you don't really want to always work by this copy and paste format for scripts. Some people can sniff that from a mile away. Plus, you're not really connecting with people if you're just copying and pasting. However, with that being said, it is always nice to have a little bit of a guide that you can go by as you talk with people. So while I have this script, how it looks when I talk to one person versus another might be completely different just based on how I modify it based on that conversation, okay? So the first thing that I do is usually how it'll work is I, will have a post on Facebook where I, introduce an upcoming challenge group or something like that. And I say, if you're interested in this, comment or like below. Or maybe it's just a private message. I've invited someone to a challenge group and they said, yes, I'd like to join. So however method that you do it, they express interest in joining. So you say, that's awesome. I would love to help you out. By the way, take notes, okay? I recommend taking notes. So the first thing you say is, so what's motivating you to want to join this group? Now, you're going to get, I want to lose 2 pounds. Or I want to lose, whatever. Probably not 2 pounds, but more than that. But it'll be a weight-based thing. And I encourage you to go a little bit deeper and say, okay, well, why do you want to lose that? Because oftentimes just a weight, that's not that much. You haven't gotten to really the heart of their emotions, and you really want to get to the heart of their emotions because when the go-ins gets tough for them, you want to remind them of that. So you get a little that sense of why they want to do it. Sometimes it's like, I want to feel like my old self, or I want to feel confident in my own skin. Write that down. In fact, I keep a spreadsheet where I have their why, is what I call it, in one column, and I mark it in there. Okay, so this express that, and generally it's something that you can help with the challenge group. So you say like, absolutely, I really think that this group would be great for you because, and you give a brief thing, so because I've seen other people have the same success in the groups or something like that. Then the next thing is you say, these groups generally run X number of days. So usually for me, it's like 28 or 30. And you say, what would you like to accomplish by the end of those 30 days? This is where you do a little bit of coaching as far as goal setting, because some people will say, I want to lose weight, or I want to have more energy. And those aren't necessarily measurable goals. The problem with not having measurable goals is you don't really know when you achieve them. So you want to push them and have a measurable goal. I highly recommend that you try to push them away from pounds lost if you can, because that's not always an accurate measurement. Although for some people, it's appropriate. But think about a measurable goal outside of weight loss, like maybe run a mile in X amount of time, or maybe have, such and such ounces of water a day, something measurable. Okay, so once you get that goal from them, then you talk about maybe how this group would help them achieve it. The next question you want to ask them is, so what have you struggled with in the past? This is going to help you identify some common issues that they have. Again, I track this in a spreadsheet. So I have their why, I have their goal, and then the next column is their struggles that they have. And you might take some time to talk with them and coach them about those struggles based on your own experience. If you're struggling with knowing how to help them, there are so many articles in the Team Beachbody website that you could connect them to say like, here's some advice and things like that. But you might tell them, this group will go into that in more detail. So if someone's problem is portion control, I'll say, awesome, I'd be happy to help you with this. In fact, this group, we have daily nutrition tips, and it's really going to help you with that. It'll cover that topic. Okay, so just reestablish that the group is going to help them. So as they talk about their struggles in the past, then you want to ask, so what would help hold you accountable to your goal? Okay, so this is a chance where people usually say, well, I really like the group setting. I think it'll really help me. And, just talk with them a little bit about that and coach them with that. I've heard one suggestion from a coach where during this step they say, can I stalk you in this group? In other words, if you go MIA, can I chase after you? Is there a text, is there a phone number of a friend that I can text to have them check in on you if I haven't heard from you? Or just something like, ask them like, hey, what would get, let's pretend that you might not go off track. What would get you back on track? Some people do not like that in your face, like, where are you sort of mentality. So figure that out, record that in the column. That way you can help accommodate those specific needs. Okay. Another thing that's really important to do is to ask them how they'd feel after the end of the 30 days. What would they feel like they'd accomplished? Admitting that is like a form of visualization. I know that sounds totally hippie and crazy. I always talk about this. That stuff really does work, the visualization and seeing where will I be after 30 days? And they'll start focusing on that. And when going gets tough, you might remind them, remember that you said after those 30 days that you would feel blank for accomplishing blank goal. Okay? It's a great way to help them out. Another thing that you want to ask them is, how's your nutrition? What's that like? And get a feeler for them on what their nutrition is. By this point, you have gotten a plethora of information from them, and it'll give you a chance to suggest an appropriate challenge pack. I recommend that a program. I recommend that you suggest 2 programs. The reason why is one program might rub someone the wrong way, okay? Not everyone loves Tony Horton, although I think that's crazy because I love him. Not everyone loves Shanti or Shalene or whatever. Like, people are different and people respond differently. So you give them 2 suggestions because also the program might appeal to them differently. So I send them the video link. And what I do is I say, so what I think would be really helpful for you is one of these 2 programs because, and I explain it. And I give a glimpse of like, hey, this program is a very cardio-based program, blah, blah, blah. And I show them the 2 links. And I say, which of these 2 links do you think would best help you blank, when the blank would be, reach your goal of doing this, to help you feel blank, which is their why. So reestablishing that. Then they get back to you, and this is your chance to kind of talk with them about a challenge pack and say, great, awesome. So if there is a promotion for that at the moment, you could say, what I recommend is doing Shakeology with this. It's a daily dose of dense nutrition. It's got a ton of superfoods in it. It's going to give you a lot of energy, and it's really going to accelerate your fitness goals. I've seen it in a bunch of people, and I know it'll be that way for you. So you share that. Shakeology might also come up in your nutrition discussion, okay? So those are some things that you can suggest to people. As far as if someone says time is a big issue, you can recommend programs like T25 or P90X3 or 21 Day Fix where the programs are very short. If someone wants strength-based training, you could do Body Beast, you could do Shalene Extreme, you could do P90X, any of the P90X series would be great. If someone is concerned about food, definitely 21 Day Fix is a great one. Also, the 3-day refresh is awesome. That's a great jumpstart to help someone out. So that's just a general guide to give you, but there are so many amazing programs out there. Also, Beachbody just came out with the P90 workout, which is for more beginner people. So that's a good one. Low impact people, I recommend PiYo. That's a wonderful one. Really, any of the workouts have a modifier. There's a lot of combinations that you can do. But I just recommend that you really try to marry the person with the product based on the needs that they gave you. Okay, another thing that I recommend is just say like, hey, I'm gonna hang around my computer for the next 5 minutes. Did you wanna take care of that now? I'll be here to help you out. Or you want me to just check back in with you a little bit later to see how the order went. Things like that. And don't forget to follow up. That's huge, okay? So if you have any tips though, comment below and share those with us. We'd be happy to hear what's been working for you. That template has been amazing for me. It's really helped me connect with people and help them out. And that's what it's all about. All right, take care everyone.